I haven't slept, but my body thinks I have. It started subtly, a single morning where I woke feeling strangely rested, though I knew I hadn't slept at all. My mind was buzzing from the night before, a blur of scrolling through endless feeds trying to exhaust myself enough to finally collapse into sleep. But when I checked the clock, I'd somehow lost hours. The sun was rising. I told myself I must have dozed off. But the next night, the same thing happened. I lay there staring at the ceiling, wide awake, my thoughts tangled and sharp, heart racing, the weight of sleep pressing against me without ever pulling me under. And yet, when dawn crept through the curtains, my body felt light, rested. It was wrong. The third night, I set an alarm to record myself. My phone propped on the nightstand, camera facing me, set to capture whatever happened. I didn't move, didn't close my eyes. The screen dimmed, recording the long, slow hours. In the morning, I checked the footage. The first few hours were normal, me shifting restlessly, eyes open, staring into the dark. But then, around 3 a.m., something shifted. My body went still, unnaturally so, limbs slack, mouth slightly open. My eyes remained open, glassy, staring straight ahead. Then I moved. But it wasn't me. My body sat up slowly, mechanical, as though guided by invisible strings. My hands flexed, fingers curling into tight fists, then relaxing. My head tilted side to side, stretching as though testing the limits of the muscles. I watched in horror as my body stood carefully, deliberately, and moved out of frame. The recording continued for hours, the camera catching only an empty bed, the distant sound of footsteps in the apartment, soft and measured. Around dawn, my body returned. It lay back down, arranging itself neatly, folding my hands over my stomach, head tilted at a precise angle. Then my eyes blinked once, slowly, and remained open until the video ended. I sat there, trembling, heart hammering. I couldn't remember any of it. The next night I tried to stay awake, moving constantly, pacing the room, splashing cold water on my face. But the moment I stopped just for a second, I lost time. Hours vanished. I woke sitting on the couch, the TV flickering static. My hands were streaked with something dark. My feet were damp, though I hadn't left the apartment. The days blurred. My body moved without me, acting out routines I didn't recognize. Neighbors mentioned seeing me at odd hours, wandering the halls, knocking on their doors. One even claimed I'd stood outside his window, staring in, unmoving, for nearly an hour. I started finding things in my apartment, scraps of paper with writing I didn't remember, drawings of strange symbols, circles, and lines that spiraled in on themselves. My phone contained photos of places I'd never been, alleyways, empty basements, rooms lined with mirrors. Each morning I felt rested, energized. But my mind was fraying. I tried to block it out, barricaded the doors, turned off all the lights, unplugged every device. But no matter what I did, I'd lose time. This morning I woke to find a message scrawled across the bathroom mirror in black marker. The handwriting familiar yet not mine. You're almost ready, and beneath it a spiral symbol drawn with sharp, precise lines. The worst part is I feel fine. My body hums with energy, my thoughts sharper than they've ever been. But my reflection lags, a half-second behind, mimicking my movements with a delay that feels deliberate. I haven't slept. I know I haven't. But something else has. And it's almost finished. I haven't left the apartment in days. I tried once, just once. Packed a bag with shaking hands, grabbed my keys, determined to get out, to break free of the growing hum that filled every crack in the walls. My legs felt strong, energized with a false vitality that coursed through me even though I hadn't slept. But when I reached the door and tried to turn the knob, my hand stopped. My fingers refused to move, trembling, the muscles seizing up as though something deep inside me had seized control. I collapsed against the door, gasping, my pulse echoing the low, steady vibration that throbbed behind the plaster. The hum wasn't in the walls anymore. It was inside me. I sat on the floor for hours listening. The air felt thick, heavy with the scent of rust and earth. Shadows shifted along the edges of the room, stretching and contracting, shapes that didn't match the furniture. When I finally stood, the door was bolted. Not just locked, I mean new, heavy bolts, thick metal driven into the frame, tools scattered on the floor. I didn't remember doing it. The windows were the same, reinforced, curtains knotted tight with layers of cloth I didn't recall tying. I checked the mirrors and my reflection didn't move quite right. My hands twitched in ways I couldn't control. The spiral symbol from the bathroom mirror was everywhere now. On the walls, scratched faintly into the wooden floor, drawn in dust on the windows. On my skin. I woke yesterday with faint lines tracing up my arms, dark spirals curling around my wrists like someone had drawn them while I was unconscious. My hands ached, fingertips smudged with charcoal or ash. The hum was louder. And then there was the video. I found it on my phone, though I don't remember recording it. A single static shot of my bedroom at night lit by the pale glow of the streetlights. At first, nothing happens. Just stillness, faint shadows twitching in the corners. Then at the halfway point, a figure steps into frame. It's me. Or something that looks like me. It moves with a jerking marionette motion, head tilting too far, limbs bending at impossible angles. It stands beside the bed, watching, waiting. Then it leans closer to the camera and I see the spirals carved into its skin, faintly pulsing. And then it speaks. Almost ready. The voice isn't mine. It's layered, fractured, whispering through itself like multiple voices speaking at once, threading through the audio like static. I smashed the phone, tore it apart, shattered the screen, snapped the battery. But when I woke this morning, it was there on the nightstand, fully intact, softly glowing with a new notification. A single message. Tonight. The hum is louder now. It threads through my bones, syncing with the beat of my heart. My hands move on their own. My feet shift, toes curling against the floor without my consent. The shadows twist and ripple along the walls, shapes forming that dissolve when I look directly at them. The spiral on my skin is deepened, the lines darker and more intricate, wrapping around my arms and chest like a map I can't read. My reflection has stopped following me. It lags behind, head tilting, lips moving silently as though reciting something I can't hear. When I close my eyes, I see the hallway from my dreams. The endless corridor lined with doors, the hum vibrating through the stone, the air thick with the scent of old film and rust. And I see the figure waiting at the end of the hallway. Tall, thin, limbs too long, head tilting like it's trying to decide what shape to take. Eyes like pinpricks of light, mouth a thin line that stretches wider with each step. I don't think I'll sleep tonight. I don't think it matters. The hum has become a song, layered and complex, threading itself through my thoughts, my breath, my pulse. My body is ready. It moves with a precision I don't understand, arranging the space as though following an unseen plan. The spiral on the floor pulses faintly, matching the beat of the hum, the rhythm of the approaching presence. I'm not in control anymore. Tonight, whatever I've been preparing for will happen. The spiral isn't just a symbol, it's a door. And when it opens, I won't be the one stepping through.